Welcome to Tables,
Lists,
and Chairs.
Welcome to TLC here on WrestleTalk. If it's your first time here, here's how it works. Each of us will come up with a top 10 list of a certain wrestling category, and we're going to go through our picks and reveal them at the same time. Our picks have been assigned a point value. So our number 10 pick is worth 1 point, our number 9 pick is worth 2 points, our number 8 pick is worth 3 points, etc. all the way to a number 1. We total up the points, and we figure out what the definitive correct answer for this wrestling category is. Today, I am joined by Sullivan.
Hello.
And I'm joined by Tempest.
Oh.
And we are going through the 10 worst match stipulations ever. God, there's a lot of them. There's so many bad wrestling stipulations.
I had one at number 1, and then I looked up a bunch more, and that number 1, I believe, is now at number 6.
Because there's so many bad one-time ones, and then there's like repeat offenders, you know? It's real hard to rank them where they go.
And having heard Luke Owen's best ones, I think there's a few more I could have added in.
3, 2, 1.
Interesting.
Now look, I know that my pick has the words Royal Rumble in it, and I know that we spent the entire of the last episode just raving about how great the Royal Rumble is all the time. But this word right here, greatest Royal Rumble, how dare you? You take everything that's magical about the Royal Rumble and you make it worse. You make it longer, you make it have no stakes, for no prize, for a belt that doesn't matter, and it's it's a bad Rumble.
But
the greatest Rumble.
it's the best one. They said it was.
No, it isn't.
They wouldn't lie, Peter.
And it's on a Saudi propaganda show. Makes it so much worse. This match. Hate it.
You know, I like things that are in reverse. Of course, we all do. What? But why make a ladder match backwards? I don't know what that's all about. What's going on there? Like, why TNA? Just do a ladder match. Like, ladder matches are great. TNA, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. You don't need to be special and unique and like a precious little flower. You are a fine promotion, and this is what was wrong with you. What do you mean you have to put the title on the thing?
To immediately take it off the
then
thing
take it
because
off
you've
the
won
thing.
the thing.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't think if they put on a ladder match, I don't think there'd have been a single person be like, oh, just copying WWE.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's gone like, okay.
Cool, nice. I like ladder matches.
Yeah, great.
Oh, that AJ Styles guy's really good.
Yeah.
Imagine if that's what people thought about when you thought about TNA. No, we think of this shit.
At the time we were recording this, Chris Jericho's not a very popular individual.
That's correct.
Right? To me, I don't think this was like the height of that by any means, but I think this is the sort of thing where it starts. Where there's something about Chris Jericho going and trademarking like 9 different things, and then you hear them all on TV the next week, where I'm just like, this isn't authentic. This isn't organic. There's something real fun about him going, oh, a little bit of the bubbly, because it became a meme, and it was like, you know, it's a thing. And then for another fucking year, we had to get goddamn champagne meme things being put forth on AEW TV that culminates in a fucking orange juice pool match. Why?
Yeah,
See, well, he's the champagne guy, and he's facing the orange juice guy, so clearly we need to have the orange juice champagne match. They're fighting the whole time over who gets thrown in a fucking pool of orange juice. Am I supposed to feel bad because you got thrown in a pool of orange juice?
that sounds delicious.
Yeah, what the fuck? I like a mimosa.
It's not a punishment. I dive in head first.
He didn't get thrown in a fucking pool of Da Bomb hot sauce. That'd be a punishment. And it made Orange Cassidy feel less cool.
And I think it's one of those instances of the start of the, like you said, the start of Chris Jericho being a bit unpopular. It's the kind of thing where he's like, well, Orange Cassidy's popular, so I should feud with him. Because I want to be part of this. And it's that kind of thing where you just see Chris Jericho inserting himself into things that are popular. So,
Yep.
okay. All right, Chris. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
Now, I think this might be considered low on the list.
That is quite low on the
I would
list.
say that is low.
You know, because I think this might end up on people's list very highly in the comments as well. Because when you think of like the dumbest of the dumb stipulations, this is in the first breath.
Yeah.
It's like you said, I like things in reverse. Go watch Survival Series. It's in reverse chronological order. But then you get this. A reverse battle royal where you got to get in the ring.
Yup.
There's no challenge getting in the ring. There's a challenge throwing someone out of the ring. not the other way around.
Uh-huh.
Boy, how did that Vince Russo fella keep a job in pro wrestling for another 7 years after that?
I
Yeah.
don't see that.
This is one of the dumbest things that's ever happened in wrestling. And I'll never forget Christian Cage doing a podcast and just being like, yeah, I was in that thing. And like, yeah.
I even think there's a version of that maybe could have been fun if you'd have had some sort of obstacle to getting in the ring.
Put all of them in the f***ing parking lot.
Right?
And have them race to try
have
and
them
get
do
there
a
first.
Oh,
nonsense
that'd be
thing,
really
you know?
fun. That'd be really
Like,
fun.
Yeah.
It's a steel cage. You have to climb up the cage to then
Yeah.
get in the ring. Like, that's an actual thing. People can pull you off.
That's what she said.
Or whatever, you know, there's something where there's a barrier because it's just a ring, and then they go, well, I can't get in because I'm not winning. It's like, okay, but what? Just get in. You're right there.
Oh, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
hard
nonsense.
to get in.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh.
It's like when people climb ladders.
Another Vince Russo idea.
Ah, he's
Awful.
back.
Hey, why don't we do fighting but for real this time?
Mm.
Oh no, the other fighting. That's not real. We'll just expose that to everyone.
Mhm,
And then poor old Bart Gunn. he bloody well wins the thing. They get annoyed with him.
Yeah.
Imagine
How
winning.
dare you win?
How
We
dare
do want you to win.
Okay, well, we're going to make you fight this man who'll knock you out in seconds instead of give you the thing that we promised you, which is a match against Stone Cold Steve Austin, because we didn't think you'd win. We thought somebody else would win. You lost in the first round. What a stupid idea. It's stupid. It's just boxing.
Yeah.
How can this... No.
It's boxing with non-boxers. Like, what are you doing that for?
They wouldn't ever do that again with, like, YouTubers or something.
Stop adding new names. We have so many names for the same match. What's an good old-fashioned Donnybrook? And then you have nonsense around the ring where it's like, oh, this is a picture of Sheamus's great-great-grandfather. Like, what the is that doing there? Why do you have a little bar and kegs? It's a hardcore match. Just have weapons, and then you use them. Stop adding new ones, please.
You don't want a Belfast brawl?
I don't want a Belfast brawl. I don't need an insert location street fight. Just f***ing call it Extreme Rules. You have a name. Use it. I hate it so much.
What about a Nigerian drum fight?
Nigerian drum fight with no drums. Are they playing that? F***. I hate this. 3, 2, 1. Tables, lifts, chairs, and stairs.
I forgot about the stairs match. I'll be honest, I forgot about the stairs.
Good.
Yep.
God almighty. What is a stairs match?
What's a chairs match?
Please explain it to me. What is a stairs match? You can only use stairs? What happens if you don't use stairs? Do you get DQ'd
Yes.
for using other weapons that aren't stairs?
Yeah.
That's what happened in the first chairs match.
F***ing ridiculous. You have an Extreme Rules. You go back to this again. You have stipulations already. Stop adding bullshit that you don't need. Why stairs? And then they called it tables, ladders and chairs and stairs. They changed the event name to include stairs.
No, you're burying the lead. Why the f*** was it Eric Rowan versus the Big Show? You really want to start a new stipulation? You want to catch on? Maybe do again next year? You're going to launch that with Big Show and Eric Rowan.
If it's
Big Show has a great history with stairs as well, in particular, falling over and bashes his head on them.
If it's tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs, that insinuates that they've never used stairs before.
Yeah. New
Previous
edition.
matches.
Now with added stairs.
It's just not true.
Christ.
Well, this one's a little bit kooky. You see, with this one, it's like a regular old cage match, but what's a potted plant doing in there?
It's called Mitch. It's got a name.
This guy, Dean Ambrose, he's a little bit crazy, you see. He's got some mad ideas about what wrestling should be. So you got to watch it. Look at Chris Jericho. This is the beginning of people starting to think maybe Chris Jericho doesn't have the best taste. Because he still defends this match to this day. But you know what? It's nice to see Thumbtacks again. But what the f*** is this I don't know.
And I think the thumbtacks weren't earned. Like, they brought the thumbtacks and I was like, why? What are you doing here?
Why are there thumbtacks in this comedy match?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
And why is this a comedy match?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't need to be a comedy match.
Ambrose,
Good
wacky.
It might come up again later, and
Yeah,
I'll have more
maybe.
to say then. the shark cage match. This is one of those deals where this was a thing they did like years ago. This is one of those 80s matches from Crockett Country. They put Jim Cornette in a cage and it was like, yeah, there's a great match going on elsewhere. You know, the Midnights and the Rock and Roll, they have a really good tag match. And then they bring it back for NXT and they put Paul Ellering in a cage so that the Authors of Pain and TM61 can have a cage thing. Since then, they did it like 3 more times the following year, and they all have the exact same finish, where the guy in the cage drops something from the cage, and then his buddy picks it up and bonks someone with it. Why have them there? You can just say they're banned from ringside.
3, 2, 1. Oh, there it is.
We just missed each other.
We were so close. We were so close.
So we just talked about this. So if I may, it's worse than you're even letting it on to be. This is so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Not only does Chris Jericho still defend this, where he's like, oh, actually, these fucking marks think this was a bad match, but I'll let you know why it's good. Why don't we introduce these fucking thumbtacks? And oh, if Dean Ambrose gets slammed into the thumbtacks and then he wins, well, then the thumbtacks won't be over. Motherfucker, the thumbtacks aren't on the show the next day. Why are you getting over thumbtacks? People know they hurt. Fucking idiot. Dean Ambrose is swinging around nunchucks, which is like, I get that in a kung fu movie, those might be really intimidating, but when you're watching a match that has a potted plant, having your goofball comedy babyface swinging around nunchucks isn't intimidating. And then Chris Jericho goes into 69 tacks, ha ha, because even the tacks were a joke. And may I remind you, this match was the pay-per-view match the month before Dean Ambrose is WWE champion. This is how they set this shit up. Me running.
I'll just quickly talk about Reverse Battle Royal. It's very stupid.
Oh, now this is a bit more serious, I think.
That's also not the stipulation name.
It's what it is.
It's what it is.
It's absolutely correct in what it is.
Well, they, as Canyon says, this was going to be a Judy Bagwell on a pole match, but in his words, not mine, he said there isn't a pole in all of this godforsaken country of Canada that can hold the big fat body of Judy Bagwell, who, I must remind the audience, is pretty much just like a normal lady. So I will say that, and so then he changes it. He changes it in the ring to a forklift. And there the forklift is. And she's just screaming at him. The whole match. I love that. Maybe this is one of the best ones.
When did Luke get here?
Sorry, no, but you should see Judy Bagwell shouting at Canyon. She's just going, no, Canyon, no, like that. She's shouting him the whole match. It's hilarious. And then this had nothing to do with the match.
She's just up there.
Technically, the stipulation was just a one-on-one. Really? Because she's just up there. The match ends. Buff Bagwell just lets her down, and away they go. It was nothing about trying to get her down or anything like that, and then he win. No, he just pinned him.
3, 2, 1. Yeah! Matchy!
This
Very
is
good.
one that I would like to say I thought about a lot. And I was like, I'll put that on my list later. And then I never did. This is rubbish!
You didn't put it at number 6, and you should have.
I just didn't put it on a number anything. I forgot to put it on my list.
Oh, it's quite bad, isn't it? Weird-ass looking cages, multiple of them, and you have to get further out. This is what the Reverse Battle Royal should have been. Should have been trying to get in the ring with all this nonsense in front of it, right?
Yeah.
But you got to try and escape, and you have doors that close after one person gets out, and then, oh, you can't get out here, and then they're like, oh, how am I gonna get out? And then they just climb anyway. It's really bad.
There's a lot of wrestlers these days who have like their own gimmick matches. Like Darby Allin's got his coffin match, which, you know, Undertaker had his casket match, and you could say whether one of those is like, I thought about maybe a casket match on here, but I was like, the coffin match is the same thing. Those have been pretty good. The Great Khali as a person to give a specialized gimmick match that involves climbing.
Yeah.
What was the fucking thought process there? I tell you where it is. It's the first word of this.
Yep.
And that's where it started and ended. It combines all the worst parts of like your cage matches, your regular ones with the door and bad climbing and, oh, I can't climb. Look at me, I'm a wrestler. Can't put one hand in front of the other. But this loses extra marks because no one can fucking see anything. Yup. You can't see through 2 bamboo cages.
This match is like if wrestling was brought to you by the makers of the Crystal Maze. If Richard O'Brien was outside and shouting at them, "You've got to get out, otherwise you're going to be trapped in the maze." And they had to pick up diamonds, and they ended up in a big ball trying to wave, getting cash. And it was Channel 4 every Saturday in the 90s. I would love this match.
Yeah. You sure this wasn't a WCW match?
All of that could have been Russo era WCW. I love that they were like an electrified cage, and in theory, like, oh, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, that's cool. You know, and apparently other promotions have done this, and it's been quite fun. But when TNA did it, instead of any pyro or electricity or any sparks, they just had the lights go low and high. Instead of spending money on fireworks or anything like that, they just had a man go. I also like that they had a special machine that they brought out to bring the electricity. Which, in essence, could have just been a plug. Very, very, very good.
3, 2, 1. Oh! Matchy.
Fantastic.
Christ.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fair.
But this...
Oh my god. So the premise to start with is you win the match by removing someone's eye. That's how you win this match. Is you have to remove someone's eye.
Yes.
Okay. So we know from the off they're not going to follow through on that.
Nope.
Instantly, you're like, I can't invest in this match because the finish is going to be f***ing nonsense. And hey, would you look at that? It was f***ing nonsense because it was a f***ing ping pong ball. What do you expect from this match? And then Seth vomits afterwards because he can't. Oh no, I can't look at the eye. It's too disgusting. All of this is f***ing nonsense. What were they doing? I know they were losing their minds at this time in WWE, and they were just trying shit. But I could tell you, don't try this, because it would never work.
It just didn't make any sense. What I liked about it is that I imagine they had a creative meeting where they're like, well, how are we going to do this? and nobody thought beforehand, maybe we shouldn't do this. They announced it, and then they went, oh no.
Shit.
No, actually, no. But how, though?
Yeah, any thoughts?
Any thoughts? Anyone got?
How
I just said it. I just said it, and I thought someone would say, no, that's stupid. But then, and now we're doing it, and oh, shit. Oh, well, we've announced it. Oh, yeah. We'll do this. We'll do the greatest wrestling match of all time.
Greatest wrestling match ever.
Greatest wrestling match ever.
Yeah.
And I think both will live up to exactly what the audience will expect.
Yeah.
Speaking of living up to expectations, I don't want to speak ill of Bray Wyatt. He was trying his best and everything. I was not particularly a fan of the Bray Wyatt LA Knight feud.
No.
Didn't think it made much sense. Didn't really see where it was going. Took fucking ages to get there. They were feuding with like 3-4 months before we got to a match. And then the match that we got was this sponsorship bullshit. You're a corporation that wants to make as much money as possible. Supposedly they made like $1 million off of this sponsorship. But does that really benefit you in the long run? This multi-billion-dollar thing. You know how much bigger a billion is than a million? There's so many millions in a billion.
Like 1,000 of them.
Like a million. And I'm sorry, $1 million for ruining your storyline is a drop in the bucket that's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's like a 5-minute match that everything's just glow in the dark, like you're at f***ing Putting Edge in Vaughan, Ontario, going and trying to play mini golf with some glow in the dark, woo! And there's just pellets everywhere. There's a bunch of glow in the dark pellets at all the announce tables, and they go through them and it goes poof up in a big thing. That's it. And Bray Wyatt looks kind of cool because he's got face paint on, but like, I didn't know what Bray Wyatt was supposed to be because the whole thing was about Uncle Howdy, and then Uncle Howdy jumps off the stage. It's bullshit.
Misses.
Bullshit. Stop doing this. No more dude wipes. No more Russell Crowe Hell in a Cell. No more Mountain Dew Pitch Black.
God.
Enough.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. I thought about just loser eats blank
Yeah.
or loser kisses ass
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you can actually encompass all of that because it's like, a kiss my ass match and things like that. Oh, it's just, and I just think it's disgusting. I think it's just disgusting. I hate it. I just don't. It's not funny. It's not interesting. It's not like. It's just like I would hate to be that wrestler doing that. That sounds horrible. And there's never been a good one. Like I can't. Like, when's there ever been a good loser eats blank, loser kisses ass, whatever? There's never been a good one.
And how many times do they even follow through with it?
Yeah.
Like, fucking Dolph Ziggler beats Sheamus in a kiss me arse match. Aha, he's not from here. And then he doesn't.
Yeah.
They just beat up Dolph Ziggler and rub his face on Sheamus's ass. So they don't even follow through with it. False advertising, a kiss my ass match.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Why are so many things to do with bums? I don't understand.
Well, things got something to do with one man. Brawl for all.
Butts.
Yep.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Why would you do boxing? Flawed from the off. Terrible results, and then he gets knocked out, and nobody comes out better from this.
The whole thing is just put on because Vince Russo wanted someone to knock out JBL, so they buried half the roster.
Yeah.
Just get someone to do it.
Do it yourself, you big baby! Big baby bitch, Vince Russo! You want someone to knock out JBL? Joey Styles could do it! Going back to days of yore again, because my goodness, it's just bad comedy. There's never been a good one of these. It's just a couple people fumbling around with fake blindfolds. They have eye holes. I'm the eye hole man. Give me my eye holes. And for God's sake, I just don't find it funny to watch a 7 or 8 minute match where you've got the babyface going, oh, people are cheering now. Oh, he must be over here. Oh, no, he walked away, but I don't know that, so I'm going to go over here. It's just incessant nonsense. And then TNA did one in the cage. Their f***ing blindfolds kept falling off.
I'm surprised they didn't do a reverse one, but their eyes are pinned open.
You can only see.
No!
3, 2, 1.
No!
We were so close. We were so close, Tempest. I love my wrestling to not have wrestling in it. What the f*** are you doing? It's not, like you said, not funny, waste of time, pointless.
There's one of those at a WrestleMania.
This is it's what it represents in essence as well. It's not really even like that much of a stipulation. It's just just rubbish. My God,
It's the stupidest f***ing thing they've ever done.
Yeah, and that's why it's number 3.
Yeah. It didn't piss me off more than 2 or 1.
yeah.
that's that. Yeah,
But I think it might be dumber. Let's just have a Hell in a Cell match and a cage match and put dogs everywhere.
Yep.
Are they rabid dogs? No. Are they angry dogs like a pit bull or something? No, they're just dogs. What the fuck?
Yep.
This is to blow off a f***ing feud where a guy eats his own dog.
Yeah. It's true.
Vince Russo, eh?
Yep.
F***ing asshole.
This should have been what the reverse battle royal should have been.
Yep.
Have all this in the way to get in the ring.
Dogs in the
It's Hell in a
ring.
Cell and a cage and dogs. 3, 2, 1.
Oh! No!
No! Honestly, there's even more to say because when the dogs start having sex outside of the ring, which is a mad sentence to say in the real world, the commentator says, "Well, and if these dogs mate, we're gonna get even more dogs." Which I think is one of the funniest. So we have to, presumably the gestation period of these dogs is astronomically small.
A matter of minutes.
Matter of minutes, and they're not going to come out. They're going to come out as puppies, but then grow.
I mean, it's batshit insane. We covered it all. On a more serious note, don't have the dogs there. I don't like animal cruelty. It's not pleasant. to watch. Well, back to a fun one, hey?
I had to deal with so many fucking people say that this was actually good. Just because, like, yeah, Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio are good wrestlers.
Sure are.
And the stuff they do, the Hurricane Ranas that they do, are really good in the match.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't care. This is the worst shit I've ever seen.
Which is why it's number 2.
Why? Why? It still doesn't make me the angry. Why are they trying to extract an eyeball?
Yep.
And the only method they're using is pushing it further in. Seth gets Ray's eyeball out by crushing it in the steps again. How does that pop your eyeball out of your skull? This is the dumbest fucking match. Hate pandemic wrestling, and I hate you.
Every single one of you. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
Ooh. The red light, green light.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
personal for me.
Yeah.
I hate this fucking match
Uh-huh.
so much. There are so many ways to do a strap match or a dog collar match or a chain match or whatever you want to call it, where they're just tied together and that's the stip. They can't get away from each other. It's like a cage or lumberjack match, but there's also they're connected and there's stuff to play with there. There's a weapon you can use. And you throw all that out the window when it's let's play red light, green light. We gotta tap all 4 quarters in a row. But if you get stopped, you gotta do it over again. Eddie Guerrero lost the fucking WWE Championship playing red light, green light with JBL. On a technicality, too! Yeah. He didn't even lose! There's never been a good one of these. You can do it better, and they just kept doing it!
Why? Why is she there? Why was she on a forklift and not a pole? And normally when you have a thing on a pole match, the stipulation is you get the thing off the pole and that's how you win. It was like a contract on a pole, you get the contract off the pole. They don't do anything with Judy Bagwell, she's just there. Is this? What is this? What is it? Who wrote this? Well, I was gonna say who wrote this. I know who wrote this.
He may have come up once or twice on this
twice
show.
on this list already. Fuck me. This is like one of the ones where you just go like, "What am I watching? What am I doing? Why do I watch wrestling? What the is this?"
Did Canyon kidnap Judy Bagwell? I just realized this. How did he get Judy Bagwell? How did
he volunteered?
Yeah.
She volunteered to be up
there?
They
said, well, it's a Judy Bagwell. And she goes, well, I've got to be there, I guess.
They're not going to find another one.
And finally,
Reverse Battle Royal,
Reverse Battle Royal. I mean, it is so stupid.
Yes.
It doesn't make me angry. I would agree with that point. It doesn't make me angry. It makes me laugh a lot. It's just so stupid. Like seeing people go, oh, God, I'm trying to go over the rope, but I'm too tired. Oh, somebody grab my foot. God damn it. Oh, grab my foot. I need to be tired to go over the rope. Oh, no. Down I go. Like, all of that. It doesn't make any sense.
And then they have a regular Battle Royal.
They just have a regular Battle Royal. It doesn't make any sense. And your ideas that we came up with today in this room, all of them were better than the actual idea they did. But they had barriers. Barriers! Even just a man with a gun would have been better than nothing. And he says, like, I might use it. He doesn't. So he kind of someone's shooting people, but he just says, I might use it. And he got trepidation at least before you go in. And then he doesn't.
The catch is he's only got 1 bullet. Who is he saving it for?
Is he Jack Sparrow?
Yeah, he's using an old pistol from pirate days.
I'm in hand of the results. The very official results of the worst match stipulations of all time. In the last episode, on the best match stipulations, editor Rich put fire Russo, and in this one he's put Russo did nothing wrong. In third place, with 16 points, it's the Reverse Battle Royal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Glad it made the top 3.
In second place, with 21 points, Eye for an Eye.
Yeah.
And in first place with 26 points, it's Kennel from Hell.
Yes.
I think that's a very fitting top 3.
That's a pretty good list. I'm happy with that.
Yep, absolutely.
God, they're all bollocks, aren't they? Thank you for watching this episode of TLC. If you enjoyed, why not give it a like and a subscribe? And if you like hearing about the worst things in wrestling, then check out this episode where we talk about the worst finishers in wrestling history.
What do you think your finish will be, Great Khali? Oh, I'll whack. I'm gonna whack.